a movie, like, sick. I was not thinking, like, oh my God, I'm going to book this movie. And
yeah.
As a child. Such cute little.
It was for a long time, so really miss you. So thank you. Thanks for to be here in this video. You know why? I wish you the best. And
like rehearsals and ballet stuff with company, and The Rock was doing football training, and he ended up tearing his Achilles in that pre-production. So we had to postpone shooting the actual movie for months. So I was able to then go back to Cory in the house those few months time, and then go to the game plan like right after.
Madison, it's amazing because you know, when you can tell me about your power in the middle of the movie when you start your career like an actress, because you're working with the rock, right? And you know, how was the moment for you? You know, it was so secret. So you know, many people ask me how you meet Madison Pettis. Wow, it's amazing.
I was like the biggest Raven-Symoné fan. That's the Raven was my favorite show. Off of it, so it was like a dream. Like all I wanted to do was come to LA and like meet Raven-Symoné. I never thought I would be able to like be part of that franchise. Being able to do both was just I couldn't have.
Oh, or you star in other movie. How was the moment? Well,
I had no nerve. Like I did not realize what was at stake at all. I just went in. I was so excited when I got the call to audition for the game plan because it was the first movie I ever got to audition for. So I was like, I get to audition for a movie, like sick. I was not thinking like, oh my God, I'm gonna book this movie. And went in, had my first game plan audition. They gave me a call back in the room, which doesn't happen often. So that was really exciting. And then it ended up being like 8 callbacks or so before I booked the movie. And like at some point, Dwayne came in to do chemistry reads, and I did not know who he was because I had never seen wrestling, and the other few like action movies he had done before it, I was 7. So I really, I had no fear. I wasn't like nervous at all, which I think if I could replicate anything in my life, it would be to go into rooms now with like that sense of fearlessness, because that's the best. Like you're just trying to have fun with it. And I think we all have to get back to that at some point and just be like, remember why we started doing it and just try to have fun with it and not take ourselves so
I'm
seriously.
sorry for hear that. You know, Madison, you know, how you do that? When you working with the rock together with the rock, you know, that moment was amazing. Yeah. When I see you the first time, I can see always so magic. You know, I really see that at the first point. So, you know, in all of this, what you can tell me?
Yeah, we did the game plan and we did a 5-city and 5-day press tour, which was super cool. We went to Dallas, LA, New York, Toronto, and I think Chicago was the other one. Yeah, so that was a nice whirlwind rock star. So long ago, is before social media, before anything. It's kind of the industry standards now. Like I didn't have a stylist like a lot of people do now. So my mom and I were like running around to like every child's department store in LA trying to find like perfect little outfits for all my different interviews, which my mom killed it. Like I was stunting on them as a child. Such cute little, yes, I had such cute little outfits, and yeah, that was crazy. And then we also had a premiere in London and a premiere in Germany. So yeah, I have so many, like before you turn 10 years old, say you get to go to this many places and have that many crazy experiences. Like flew on a private jet with Dwayne a couple times.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
No, it's so easy, but you can do it, right? So what are we gonna do?
Like she always says we could write a book about like all of the adventures we've had. I don't know how she did it, honestly, looking back, like before, figure it out. Like even before I came to LA, we lived in New York for a summer together when I was like 6, and she'd been in New York like once or twice, and she figured it out and like got the apartment.
Oh, wow.
So fun. Like when we lived in New York, I went to every like child tourist destination. If you name it, I've been there. Like she was so good at making it so fun for me. And I never even questioned it. So
Pettis,
she's a rock star.
You going to the nightclub, okay, every weekend, right? So, how you do that? Okay, well, how you feel with that? One actress of your category, you going to the nightclub, that's amazing. Well, what you feel? What the people tell you in that moment when see you in the nightclub?
It's interesting. It's such a different landscape now, I guess would be the word. It goes both ways. Like there are a lot of like internet digital creators who are like needing to be informed on how to be on social media. He just joined Instagram like a year or 2 ago, and he's like creating all this like amazing video content people are getting to see aside from they've never gotten to see. In the middle, like I'm young and like super active on social media and like savvy in it, but I'm also like been doing it for so long that I feel like kind of a veteran in like I've been acting for 15 however many years. Generations. I think having a platform is helpful just because if I'm doing a project and it's, on whatever specific channel or you can find on a specific streaming platform, like I can just post a link to it and be like, hey, swipe up, here's where you can watch this movie and watch this episode of this show.
First, thank you so much for to be here. It's really amazing. I want to thank you, and I'm so grateful that you're present here. I was for a long time, so really I miss you. So thank you. Thanks for to be here in this video. I wish you the best in all your life. So the best future for you. So thank you so much once again, and well, it's amazing. So thanks for your time. What, you are so amazing. So the first critic, when the people tell me you're gonna make an interview to Madison Pettis, and I say yes, but when I want and
oh my God, there's so many. I was talking about this the other day of how much I've traveled for work and the different like locations I've actually shot in. Like I shot obviously in Toronto with you. I lived there for like about a year.